Alright, what's up everyone? It is JR. Today is Tuesday, December the 6th, 2016.
Order pending.
I know I've been away for a while. And I apologize for that. And also, I want to apologize for my voice. If it sounds like I just kind of crawled out from in a cave, I'm not really feeling too well today. And yeah, so my voice is really deep. And I'm also going to try not to cough in this mic, but I was sitting down watching YouTube videos last night, and I was like, man, why did I stop making videos? I should probably continue making videos for consistency and things of that nature. So I'm sitting down here. I see a trade setting up, which hopefully it'll trigger, and hopefully I'll get into it, and it'll be quick. And it looks like a pretty clean trade. So I'm looking to go short right here. The reasonings for that is we had this short-term trend line working down. We had a break of it. And no new low yet. And we also had a two-leg pullback back to the EMA. So you got your first leg right here, your correction right here, and then your second leg. You've also got a first entry short. I consider this all to be one move down. And then you've got your second entry signal bar right here. And looks like there's a lot of buying strength right now. So I don't know if I'm going to get filled on this one. So let's just go ahead and close this right
Order
now
canceled.
and wait and see how this bar prints out. And in addition to that second entry short signal bar, which is right here, didn't trigger yet, you've also got a second entry long in the works. So if that fails, then we'll have a failed second entry long in combination with a second entry short, and that should be a pretty clean setup for a push to a new low for this short-term trend line that we have working down right here. So hopefully we'll get something that sets up in the next couple minutes so that this doesn't turn out to be another 30-minute video. And yeah, overall it's a range day from what I can see right now. Traded down in the overnight a little bit, then took that back and went up, pushed to a new high. Then when the market opened, we kind of sold off. And now we appear to be getting some form of a bounce. Alright, so we've got a double top right here. So I also like this for a short. And you also got to pay attention and realize that we're kind of going into a trading range and trading sideways right now. So I want to make sure that I have enough room to get out before I get down here. This bar is pretty ugly, so I'm going to leave that alone. And who knows, we might not, excuse me, we might not push down and get that new low. We might just reverse off this and run back up and retest those highs. So we'll see what we get. We'll see what we get. And yeah, let me see if there's anything that, any other trades or possible trades that I could talk about from this morning. This was at 7:35. So if you were trading at 7:30 this morning Eastern time, this probably was a good long setup, because what you've got is you've got a second entry long higher. You've got, oh, I'm sorry, I'm over here looking at this while I'm still talking about this, but you've got a second entry long, and your first attempt to go higher right here, and your second attempt right there. And you can also kind of treat this like a failed second entry short, although the legitimate failed second entry short is right here. You can still kind of treat this the same way. It's also a two-leg pullback back to the EMA. You've got your first leg right there, correction, and your second leg. So that's a good setup. Let me see if you would have had enough room before the highs, though. That's the only thing. So your entry would have been 575. The highs would have been 650. So you probably would have wanted to drop a limit order back in there to 525. Two ticks back in there. You might have gotten filled. You might not have gotten filled. All right, let's go back to this trade, because this is an ugly bar, man. This is an ugly bar. I'm pretty sure that this thing's going to go down, but I don't want to force this trade, but this isn't that great of a signal bar. So let's see if we can use a limit order. If it breaks beneath this, And I'll drop a limit order a couple ticks back up in there and see if we can get filled. And then if we get, we'll count this as a new low. If we get another failed second entry short off this, then we'll just forget about it. And that's pretty much how I trade, basically. You figure out which way the trend is going. Use your short term and your overall big picture rules to determine which direction you'd like to trade in. And you wait for a setup. Either you wait for a second entry or a failed second entry or a trap of some nature, which a failed second entry essentially is a trap, and same thing with second entries. And you just trade in that direction. And if you don't get the setup, you don't force it. And yeah, you see, I could have gone short right there. I don't think that would have worked. But if you're impatient sometimes and you try to force these things, the entry would have been 250. Yeah, it would have been a 4-tick failure. I mean, you might have gotten filled depending on how early you were in the queue, but it's better off to wait on the second entries. Because, I mean, granted, it's a two-leg pullback back to the EMA, but you've still got this short-term trend line working up, and then that's the first break. So, yeah, it's looking like we might just reverse on out of here, but we'll see. We could get a failed break higher above this, and then a nice bearish reversal bar, and then short that as a breakout. It's fading the breakout of a range. So we'll see what we get. Hopefully something sets up soon, because I really don't want this to go on past 15-20 minutes, and I don't know how long it's been going for right now. So oh yeah, and then another thing. So you got your second entry long right there if you're here at 7:30 in the morning. I don't see any safe way of entering this move down on my chart. You may have had a failed second entry maybe somewhere around here. Ideally, this is where you'd want to see it after you cross the EMA, and then you kind of want to use that as resistance when you get the failure for the second entry. But I don't see any safe way of entering this move down on my chart. So, alright, and this is looking like what we wanted to see. Boom.
Order pending.
Let me check and make sure. Yeah, that's it. 325. And then you also have to be kind
Order
of
filled.
because right now we've got another short-term uptrend working up, but I think we'll be alright. So our entry is 325. The lows of our range are 175, and then the lows for the day are going to be 1 flat. So we've got more than enough room, and we'll see how this trade plays out. Just put that back to right there. And as soon as this bar closes, I'm just going to go ahead and tighten my stop to 1 tick above my signal bar right there. But what I'm doing essentially is I'm trading this as a second entry short off of this, a breakout, fading a breakout off of this little mini range. Let me put a line on there. And I'm sorry, I always try and make my lines perfect. Jeez. Stay. I'm a stickler when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, as you can see, we went into a trading range right here, doing it as a failed breakout. Still need a new low for this one. And, yeah, as you can see, I just got the first contract is out. So that is good for 1 point. The second contract is down here at 2 points. So let me just go ahead and move my stop to +1. This is a simulated account, just so everybody knows, but let me move my stop to just 1, and yeah, we'll see if we can get that, and then I will explain the trade one more time, and I will end this video. Sorry for the cough. And we might not get that second contract due to the strong support that's right here. But yeah, in the meantime, let me just go ahead and re-explain this trade. So initially I was looking to go short based off of wanting to see a retest for this strong move that we have down. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I was thinking. Yeah, so I was wanting to see a retest for this strong move that we have down. Initially, I was looking for a second entry short to come into play, and your first official second entry short for this move down occurred right here. This is your signal bar for it, but it triggers right here. So technically, this becomes your signal bar, and then this is the actual trigger bar, which these are not good signal bars, so you just kind of want to wait. We ended up pulling back again, breaking out of the top of our range. And then we got a nice bearish reversal bar after a failed breakout. So I like that for a short. And also that turns into a new second entry short if you count off this double bottom, which it's not a double bottom.
Target filled.
Tick, but all right, and we just got that second contract filled. It's not a double bottom to the exact tick, but you can still treat it the same way since it's so close to being a double bottom. So you've got your first attempt to go lower right here, and then this sets up your signal bar for your second attempt to go lower. It's a beautiful bar. It's a failed break above the tops of your range right here. So I like that for a fade. And with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this video because I've been wanting to cough, but I've been fighting the urge. And yeah, once again, I'll try and make these videos. I'll try and become consistent with them again. The main reason why I stopped was because I actually went to Europe. I went to Spain, France, and Italy for 2 weeks, and when I came back, I just didn't really feel like making videos that much anymore. And yeah, I was watching YouTube videos last night and kind of realized I should probably continue making them for the sake of consistency and just having some way of documenting my thought process and being able to share it with others if you can find some value in what it is that I have to say. And yeah, so I'll try and at least make a video once a week. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So once again, this is JR, and I'll see you guys next time.